To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. To understand life is to understand ourselves. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. The softest things in the world overcome the hardest things in the world. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. Happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. The wise man does not grow old. He grows ripe. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Rewards and punishments are the lowest form of education. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. The wise man is one who knows that he doesn't know. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Sufficient knowledge is not just knowing something, but imparting from it in spirit. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. The tree which fills the arms grew from the tiniest sprout. The tower of 9 stories rose from a small heap of earth. The journey of 1,000 miles commenced with a single step. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. All the world knows that the good is the beautiful, but they do not know that the beautiful is the good. When you know a thing, to hold that you know it, and when you do not know a thing, to allow that you do not know it. This is knowledge. A petty thief is put in jail. A great brigand becomes a ruler of a state. When anger rises, think of the consequences. To be free as the wind, you must let go of your attachments. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. The fish trap exists because of the fish. Once you've gotten the fish, you can forget the trap. The rabbit snare exists because of the rabbit. Once you've gotten the rabbit, you can forget the snare. Words exist because of meaning. Once you've gotten the meaning, you can forget the words. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. He who is conscious of his ignorance is, at least, wise. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals. Adjust the action steps. To be free from sorrow is the highest joy. He who learns, but does not think is lost. He who thinks, but does not learn is in great danger. The sage delights in water. The virtuous delight in hills. The sage is active. The virtuous are tranquil. The sage enjoys. The virtuous endure. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. Your body has limits, but your mind is boundless. The superior man acts before he speaks and afterward speaks according to his actions. Do not be swayed by outer circumstances. Rely on your inner nature. To follow the way is easy. To know is hard. To be able under all circumstances to practice 5 things constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 things are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. He who depends upon himself will attain the greatest happiness. The superior man is aware of his own defects, but does not attach undue importance to them. He has the will to correct them. Flow with whatever may happen and let your mind be free. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. The more you know, the less you understand. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Do not be an embodier of fame. Do not be a storehouse of schemes. Do not be an undertaker of projects. Do not be a proprietor of wisdom. Embody to the fullest what has no end and wander where there is no trail. The faults of a superior person are like the sun and moon. They have their faults, and everyone sees them. They change, and everyone looks up to them. When joy and sorrow vanish, this is called tranquility. When right and wrong vanish, this is called the pivot of the Tao. It is not the failure of others to appreciate your abilities that should trouble you, but rather your failure to appreciate theirs. All things are born of being. Being is born of non-being. I am not bothered by the fact that I am not understood. I am bothered when I do not know others. The man of wisdom is never of 2 minds. The man of benevolence never worries. The man of courage is never afraid.